Today I peaked up by alienating half my colleagues with one sentence. So I'm in a field that is largely dominated by Asians, particularly Indians. It's probably 50% Indians. We get on really well, or rather we did for the most part. It used to be that there'd be 7 of them in a group and me just chatting away. I did not care for segregation and they were really nice and friendly. There was one, however, who I didn't like so much, and it had nothing to do with him being Indian. It was because he was lazy as fuck and I always had to do all his work too. He was always late, always left early, always left everything till the last minute, and I was often having to bail him out. And he was always sick. He always seemed to have some sort of respiratory affliction. To me this is terrifying because I'm extremely susceptible to respiratory disease. I get it way worse than others. I have asthma, and worst of all, the person I live with gets it even worse, and I do not want to bring it home to them. So I'm a bit of a germaphobe, and this guy was always sick. Yesterday, we were just standing and chatting about this guy, and I was saying that I was getting a bit frustrated with him. I'm always partnered with him, and he just sits there and watches me without contributing, and coughing his tuberculosis all over me. Suddenly, the room goes dead silent, and they all stare at me. Then they walk away. Later, they all look very uncomfortable when I turn up and are kind of avoiding me. Then one of them turns to me and says, "You know we don't all have tuberculosis." I have to scratch my head for a second, and then I remember that throwaway flippant comment I made earlier. So it turns out tuberculosis is actually